Ladies and gentlemen, is this the end of William Ruto's politics in the mountain? I'm talking of the entry of Martha Karua into the Mount Kenya politics. Because there are three facts which we must agree to. Fact number one is that William Ruto has invested heavily in the mountain. No any other politician in this country has ever invested in the mountain than William Samoei Arap Ruto. Even Uhuru Kenyatta never made such kind of investment in the mountain. William Ruto has camped in the mountain for close to 8 or 9 good years. In fact, there's a point in this country when the deputy president would go to the mountain 6 times in a week. So that's the first fact we must agree to. The truth is the deputy president understood the importance of the mountain in his politics. Number two, the second fact is that Raila Amolo Odinga has also suffered heavily in the mountain as far as propaganda is concerned. Immediately, Raila Odinga fell out with Mwai Kibaki. Propaganda has always been used against him. President Uhuru Kenyatta even made matters worse for Raila Amolo Odinga when he employed the services of Cambridge Analytica. That Cambridge Analytica instilled fears into the minds of the voters of the larger Mount Kenya region. As a matter of fact, there are people in the mountain who will be voting for Raila Amolo Odinga or William Ruto for the first time. But since they were born, they've always been told how Raila Odinga is bad, how Raila Odinga is not a human being, and how Raila Odinga is a devil. So those are the challenges Raila Odinga is facing in the mountain. That is the second fact, negative propaganda. The third fact is that the entry of Martha Karua and Rigathi Gachagua and their nomination as running mate to William Ruto and to Raila Odinga is kind of affecting or impacting on the politics of the larger Mount Kenya region. But the question which Kenyans are asking is whether Martha Karua is going to be able to stop William Samoei Ruto's wave in the mountain. So in this video, I want us to ask ourselves whether the entry of Martha Karua into the mountain is actually marking the end of William Ruto's forays into that region. Before we get into all those details, in case you are watching this channel for the first time, I want you to take a second or two, click that subscribe button so that next time we produce a video like this, YouTube will automatically notify you. And to the subscribers, I want to continue. Thank you guys for your continued support, because without that support, this channel cannot be where it is. It's a fine morning here in Kisumu, and it's my hope this video is going to find you guys in good health. Please let me know where you're watching the video from. Let us get back to the main issue. William Ruto nominated Rigathi Gachagua as his running mate. Raila Odinga nominated Martha Karua as his running mate. The main reason why William Ruto nominated Rigathi Gachagua was because of the fact that William Ruto wanted to consolidate his support base and stronghold of the mountain. That Rigathi Gachagua was a mobilizer. Rigathi Gachagua has the money. Rigathi Gachagua is courageous enough to take on President Uhuru Kenyatta, and that Rigathi Gachagua can actually speak his mind and is a hustler, and that is, Rigathi Gachagua relates so well with the poor. William Ruto thought that Rigathi Gachagua's choice was going to propel him. The truth of the matter is that the entry of Martha Karua is complicating the equations for William Ruto. So since the two were nominated, and I want to ask you a question, what, in your own assessment, who has performed his or her role well between Rigathi and Martha Karua? So when Martha Karua was nominated by Raila Odinga, she started her journey of reclaiming the mountain from the grip of William Samoei Arap Ruto. Initially, it was not easy for her. She would not be allowed to address the gathering. People were being hired to heckle her. Very few politicians were willing to join her trail. But currently, Martha Karua is causing a huge storm in the mountain. Now, from that alone, it is clear that Martha Karua is likely to spoil the party for the DP. You know, Raila Odinga's calculation is simple. He's not looking at winning the mountain. He's just looking at stopping Ruto from getting the kind of votes which Uhuru Kenyatta got in the last election. That's what Raila Odinga is looking at. So the choice of Martha Karua is complicating the equation for William Ruto, and it's likely to mark the end of Ruto in the larger Mount Kenya region if he's not careful. If Martha Karua can deliver 40% to Raila Odinga, rest assured that will mark the end of William Ruto as far as the mountain is concerned. Because I don't think he will even be able to invest again in that region if they'll deliver 40%. Why am I saying this? Number one, Martha Karua is creating euphoria in the mountain. Based on the images, the videos we are seeing, the way she's now attracting aspirants to her rallies, the way we are seeing those civil society members from the Kikuyu Nation, the kind of endorsement from people like Boniface Mwangi, Njeru Gathangu, you know, Martha Karua is creating a euphoria in the mountain. Politics is about timing. Do we conclude that Martha Karua's timing was right? Or what do we say? Because if this euphoria is going to be sustained in the next 70, how many days? Is it 76 or 7 days? Ruto is going to be in trouble. Because initially, Tanga's calculations were that the euphoria was not going to be sustained beyond last week. Actually, they had anticipated that by weekend of last week, it should have disappeared. But Martha Karua has actually sustained it. So that euphoria which Karua is creating is going to hurt William Ruto. So that's number one. Number two, Martha Karua is being accepted in the mountain compared to Rigathi Gachagua. That's the honest truth. The truth of the matter is that William Ruto made a mistake in his choice of Rigathi Gachagua. And I can't really say it's a mistake per se, but maybe that was the best for him. But Rigathi Gachagua is not being accepted the way Martha Karua. I think the Kikuyu Nation are looking at the possibility of Karua and the possibility of Rigathi becoming future presidents. Because the Kikuyu Nation normally, they see ahead of every other person. William Ruto and Rigathi are saying they are going to work together, then retire together. Martha Karua is not making that commitment. Maybe in 5 years, after Raila Odinga retires, we see a possibility of Martha Karua becoming the next president. And because of that acceptability, we are now witnessing aspirants starting putting the image of Martha Karua and that of Raila Odinga in their campaign posters. We are seeing people like Boniface Mwangi and the rest now joining Martha Karua. Number three, I think Rigathi Gachagua is also being haunted by his past history as a Dio. Rigathi Gachagua was a Dio in Molo. He was again a Dio in Limuru. The kind of turnout which was witnessed yesterday in Molo confirms one thing, that the Kikuyu Nation are yet to forgive Rigathi Gachagua, especially those in the diaspora. When Rigathi Gachagua was a Dio, the Kikuyu Nation were against Moi rule. So Moi set them up against their own son, who was Rigathi. And Rigathi Gachagua took that role. You know, sometimes when you're given roles, you perform. He wanted to outshine everybody. He didn't know that that move will one day haunt him. So the other day, Rigathi Gachagua was in Oro FM, and someone asked him, "Can you tell us whether you are a Dio in Limuru?" Which he confirmed. "Now tell us why you hit our mothers and fathers and sons," because the guy claims that the father actually died on that day. So the past of Rigathi Gachagua as a Dio is haunting him. William Ruto and his team decided that Rigathi Gachagua is actually going to campaign in the mountain, but not in the mountain and Rift Valley, but not in Nakuru. Why is Nakuru being left out? Because of that molo. Why is Kiambu being left out? Kiambu is being left out because of his time in Limuru. So Rigathi Gachagua's past is also making work very difficult for Ruto. Number 4, I think Martha Karua has also provided leadership, and she has created a dependable support team led by Peter Munya. The truth of the matter is that Peter Munya is playing a critical role for Martha Karua. He stood by her all through, so that when the history of Martha Karua will be written, assuming they will win, the name of Peter Munya will have to appear somewhere. It was expected that because they were opponents, they were competitors, maybe Peter Munya was going to take a low profile. He has stood with Martha Karua. So today in the Kikuyu Nation, when you look at Kenya Kwanza, the leader is Ruto. Rigathi Gachagua is not that much being accepted. So they come to this other side. Then you see, you see Martha Karua taking leadership. People like Peter Munya agreeing to follow her. It means that she's not provided that leadership, which was lacking for a very long time. And the other reason why Karua is taking Ruto to political oblivion in the mountain, if he's not careful, is Uhuru Kenyatta's absence. You see, if Uhuru Kenyatta were to be present in these rallies, he would take the credit for the success. The fact that he's absent means several things. Number 1, Martha Karua is automatically being viewed as the leader. Number 2, if there's any baggage which Uhuru Kenyatta was carrying on the back, Martha Karua is going to that campaigns without those baggage. Remember, Uhuru Kenyatta is being accused of neglecting the people of the mountain, not going to them, not seeking their opinions, just being bitter. The truth is, there's a strong feeling that Uhuru Kenyatta, because I was asking some gentlemen why the Kikuyu Nation don't have kind words for Uhuru Kenyatta, yet they voted for this guy 3 times. Most of them told me that the truth is Uhuru Kenyatta is loved, but Uhuru Kenyatta is currently bitter, so that when he speaks to the nation, to the Kikuyu Nation or the Mountain Nation, he comes out as a bitter person. He comes out as someone who is bitter, angry, and trying to lecture them. And that's what they hate. They don't want to be lectured by Uhuru Kenyatta. And because of that absence of Uhuru Kenyatta, Martha Karua is now coming out clearly as the leader of the mountain. And lastly, I think because of Martha Karua's courage to take the campaign to the people, who was willing to go to the mountain to sell Raila Odinga? Who? At some point it was said Uhuru didn't go. At some point, So Martha Karua decided the moment she was nominated to take that gospel to the ground. She received resistance, heckling, low turnout, but she continued. The efforts are currently paying off. Martha Karua is creating euphoria, has been accepted. The Rigathi Gachagua factor as a Dio is working in his favor. Martha Karua has now provided that leadership. And Uhuru Kenyatta's absence is actually also helping Martha Karua. I don't know what you think. That's my take. Thank you guys, and please, may you have a good day. Until next time, this is Lee McQueen.